try to send you a link as fast as I can once it's live.
Sure thing. I'll tweet out.
All right. Come on, YouTube. Okay, so it says it's starting. That's good. And pop out the chat so I could see it easy. Okay, I think I should just be able to send you this link.
I see it in my subs folder,
Oh,
so
awesome. So people could start seeing it.
yeah.
Coolio. Okay, I'm just tweeting now.
All right.
All right. Hey,
Just
Jesse
got.
Storm and Ladybug. Oh, sorry, did I cut you off?
Nope.
Okay. Hey guys, welcome to VYTALCast. Erin's gonna be a bit late because she got stuck in traffic, and Dan is here.
Heyo.
So, because of how last VYTALCast went, with it being on a Sunday instead of the normal Friday, we kind of talked about both Chapter 4 and Chapter 5. So, today is kind of going to be a little freestyle, but with you here, that'll be pretty easy because we could talk about you. Hey, King Lame. Sorry you're only here for a few minutes.
Hey,
Um,
King Elaine.
so for people who may not know who you are, do you want to introduce yourself?
Oh God. I'm ThatKaitoDan. I do mostly RWBY reviews, though I've also done reactions ever since the start of this volume. I've also done analysis, and I've done RWBY news updates. And beyond that, I also do stuff in terms of Kingdom Hearts, and also done a reaction to Final Fantasy VII. Um, and I've tried to be a fan dubber, but I've kind of been poor on that. But yeah, that's probably what most people may know
Yeah.
me for.
So a fan dubber, is that like taking something that's in Japanese and trying to give like an English dub to it?
Yeah, basically, it's not just in terms of Japanese stuff as well. It's anything that you want to like, I guess, amateurly voiceover.
Oh, okay.
I used to do that for years before I even got started, before even Ruby started. And that Kaito Dan was basically my second channel in case my first one went belly up.
Oh, okay.
Uh, but yeah, that's what I was mostly doing beforehand.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, you're going into voice acting, so I guess that must have been really good practice for that.
Yeah, and I did acting in college as well, so
Oh, cool.
that's mostly where my expertise has come from.
So have you been like in plays or musicals?
Mostly in plays. I've not been in any musicals, and most of that was just in terms of college stuff. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, I was in that for about 2 years, and then I went to university, and then my back had an injury.
Oh, that stinks.
hmm You can't do much acting when your back's busted.
Well, Matt Smith, the 11th Doctor, he was going into football and then had a back injury, and that kind of what took him
Mm.
into acting instead. So,
Yep.
who knows? I mean, you could still voice act or play characters that are not action characters and live action stuff.
No, you can easily do a line down, so that done me a favor.
Yeah. So, what did you think of Chapter 5?
Um, it kind of passed by really quickly, I'd have to say. It felt like the shortest episode, and it looking back, it definitely was
Yeah. Being like 11 minutes, was it?
around that. Yeah, I mostly go for 10ish minutes, but it's weird. It's a good episode. It's nothing bad at all. I wouldn't even say it's flat out terrible. It's just one of those episodes where maybe there needed to be a little bit more time exploring like Menagerie and the Belladonnas.
Yeah, it was
But
very
overall,
condensed. Oh, sorry.
mm,
Keep going.
no, that's fine. Overall, I would probably say it's the weakest episode, only just in terms of the fact that we could have had a bit more, even though it was still very solid.
Yeah, and I kind of wonder if, with us in America having Thanksgiving and usually we get like a half week off work, if that could
Mm.
have done, if that affected the length of the episode, and that's why it turned out the way it did, even though we got World of Remnant during that week to kind of give everyone
Yeah,
a
I mean,
break.
just like you and me, we ain't gonna know like how the process is in terms of how they make the episodes. Like they've probably been doing some of this for like weeks on end. But yeah, I can imagine that might be an effect.
Yeah. Um. So chat, people are asking why there's a Walmart ad in the. Oh hey, there's your face.
Oh, sorry. I
No,
was
that's
too
fine.
busy trying to tweet out.
That's fine. People asking why there's a Walmart ad. Skype is stupid, so when people are not using a face cam, it'll put an ad there because for whatever reason, when I want to talk to my friends, it's like, hey, you might be interested in buying this product. And it's like, shush, Skype. I'm trying to have a conversation. So, um,
We understand that you want to talk to your colleague over in Spain right now, but have you considered this nice Walmart cabinet?
oh yeah, totally. I mean, it was advertising like a lamp. I think I wasn't paying too
Oh,
much attention to it.
oh
um,
boy.
So, oh, hey, Ladybug, if you haven't seen Chapter 5 yet, you could just go on the Rooster Teeth website with your free account to watch it now.
It's totally free. You can easily do it within like 5 minutes. It's not much of an issue.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, Chapter 5, I really liked how it was focused on Blake, because Blake,
Mm.
out of Team Ruby's, probably had the least amount of screen time, arguably with Weiss.
Yeah, I would say it's either her or Weiss. Definitely Weiss now after this episode, which I kind of hope she's the focus in the next one. But yeah, I was definitely glad that we got some focus with Blake, especially after the World of Remnant.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing I love about World of Remnant now is it's also being kind of used as a storytelling tool, not just an educational tool. Is it kind of
Mm.
gives like a little bit of a sneak peek of what's happening next because they
Yeah,
talked
and
about
definitely
Menagerie and Faunus.
it definitely helps in terms of the fact that we've got Qrow doing it now. It's a bit more. We can get the information a lot clearer.
Yeah, yeah. Crow's very blunt about things instead of whereas like Ozpin and them are just kind of like, oh, we're just gonna leave this just a tiny bit
Mm.
vague.
Which wasn't a bad thing, but with an information segment, you kind of want information.
Yeah, totally, totally. And I don't know, like for a lot of things in Ruby, you kind of have to go to like the Wikia to get information, like for people's the weapon names and stuff. Because I don't
Mm.
recall a lot of the weapons being actually named within the show.
No,
Yeah, so
but most of it I've gotten is just from Ruby Wiki or even like tweets from like carrying that.
yeah, totally, and like Ren and Nora's background too. That was
Mm.
also something that was
Mm.
like it's slightly mentioned within the show, but then if you wanted more specifics, you had to go outside, which I
Yeah,
don't
I
mind. I just forget the
and
look.
it's that I've only just like caught on the fact that we might have seen Neo's emblem on the bottom of her disguise boot, but you wouldn't get that information elsewhere unless it was the Ruby Wiki or something like that.
Yeah, and you just have to like freeze frame the camera
Mm.
right when she's stomping
Reframe
on
the
us.
right moment.
Yeah, yeah. I remember people talking about that on Tumblr. They're like, hey, look, it's like right where the heel is, isn't it? The little emblem.
Yeah, just as she's about to stomp on that random dude.
Yeah, the NPC of Ruby, pretty much.
Mm. The poor unfortunate soul.
Yeah, it's like you had the unfortunate luck of playing against Cinder and her team of bandits.
Mm.
So, okay, apparently the chat is making a bet.
A bet.
I don't know. Someone just said they lost a bet. Oh, nameless 422 is asking where is Neo anyways. Uh,
Uh, she's visiting Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins. Yeah. She's like,
I
Mary Poppins
I
lives up in the clouds. She kind of soared downwards.
mm,
She
I
needs a new address.
I've heard some people say, imagine if Neo got took in by Raven's tribe.
Oh, that would be interesting.
She'd fit right in.
She would. I mean, she definitely has like the killing
Mm.
part done. She'll fit
And
in that way.
and if it wasn't sort of hinting that the strong person was the Spring Maiden, I could have said it was her.
Oh yeah, yeah. Um, Also, I kind of had a theory that if Neo is brought back into the series, she'll probably try hunting down Team Ranger for like
Oh,
revenge for
definitely,
Roman.
yeah.
Yeah.
especially Ruby.
Yeah, because Ruby's the easiest one to assume to have killed Roman,
Mm.
but really it would have just been a Grim. And
Mm.
I think when she
And
finds
if
out it's a Grim, she'll turn against Cinder.
mm. and if any of those like kind of depressing fan arts afterwards hint to anything, Neo's gonna be absolutely pissed.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh man, I need to see some of the fan art. I love seeing like a Torchwick and Neo fan art, like the ship art.
I just remember one where it's like Neo had landed and she's trying to text Roman. It's like, Roman, are you picking up Roman, Roman, and
Oh
it's
yeah, I've
like
seen that.
you're such a vicious killer, but I kind of feel sorry. I want to give you a hug.
Yeah, Neo I could feel bad for. Cinder just a tiny bit. Salem not at all.
It's strange the reception after that first episode where people were like viciously hating Cinder and then kind of feeling sorry for her.
Yeah, I was definitely on the feeling bad thing. I was like, oh man, she used to be so powerful. Now she's like vulnerable and weak, and I kind of
She
feel bad for her. I mean, she killed my favorite
she was
character,
the
but
she was the strongest like entity for 3 volumes, and here she is, bottom of the rung with all these other villains.
yeah, totally. And man, it's just interesting, and I wonder like exactly what the order is of power now. The intro kind of gives an idea of what the like
Mm.
chain of command kind of goes with Cinder at the bottom, then it's Tyrion, then Hazel, and then Watts, and then Salem.
Yeah, I definitely imagine Watts is sort of like the second in command.
Yeah, he seems more of the leader, business
Mm.
type guy.
With Mercury and Emerald somewhere cowering and fit at the very, very bottom.
Yeah, they're. I don't think they're even on the list. It's just like, yeah,
Mm.
you guys are just here because Cinder thought she needed you.
And now Cinder needs a translator.
Yeah, it's like, okay. Well, now that Salem's like, I want to hear it yourself. You're going to use that voice box. I don't care how much crap it is. So,
Which kind of put like a little pin into the whole theory about Emerald leaving Cinder at some point. Like she's going to be needed at least for the next little while.
yeah. I feel like Volume 4 has been kind of like the theory slayer so far.
Mm.
It's been either confirming or denying theories left and right, especially with Chapter 4, with what happened with Oscar.
Yeah, oh, flippin' hell, Oscar.
Yeah, it was like,
Oh,
holy cow. Like, so many theories must have been like sunk and then like canoned somewhat,
mm.
just that much closer to
and
canon.
and now he's standing in the mirror. Oh yeah. I did that in my
It brings him
reaction. I had to do it again.
awesome. Also, people pointed out that there was a rainbow too, which also kind of brings more the. They think
Rainbow.
he's when it showed like outside the barn, there was like a
Right.
rainbow, and
Right.
I think
I
when he
didn't.
was
I didn't
farming,
catch that.
yeah. So a lot of people are saying that he might be like the Dorothy in the Wizard of Oz, kind of like parallels, and I'm like,
I wouldn't think that. I think Ruby fills in the Dorothy role.
yeah. She kind of fills in the Little Red Riding Hood and Dorothy, but
Hmm.
I don't know. It'd be interesting to see where Oscar fits in story wise, because so far it's just been like, who is this
A
boy?
side story.
Yeah, it's like, who is this person? Why are we seeing them? Oh, he's connected to Ozpin. Okay, how is he connected to Ozpin? So,
Somehow. No clue. All we know now is just he's voiced by Aaron Dismuke.
oh yeah, and Ladybug. Yes, Ozpin is the Wizard of Oz, hence Oz and Ozpin, and
And
they're
not
like
Ned.
wizards. Yeah. Um, we're getting a lot of people coming in. B Masters for some reason talking about being a little bird.
Oh.
Rhombus. Okay, hold on. Erin is now on, so let's see.
Hey.
Add her to the call. How do I? Oh, there I go. There's a button just for that. And she's getting on. Okay, this is where things are gonna get interesting because I'm gonna be editing. Hey, Erin.
Hey, better late than never.
Yeah,
Yay!
you're back from
Hello.
stuff. All right, so
Hello.
let's see if I could switch it to guest cast. Hey, that worked. Okay, I'm gonna start editing what OBS looks like. You guys could talk. We were talking about Oscar for a bit. So,
Yeah, I loaded up the thing, but my computer is still saying an error is happening while I'm trying to watch VYTALCast. Thanks, YouTube.
Technical difficulties.
yeah.
Essentially.
Crap, that was not the button I wanted to push.
Is that Christmas lights in the background I see, by the way?
Yes, they're up 24/7 though.
Fair enough.
She's very festive this time of year.
I am very festive. I still have my Halloween lights up, so frankly.
Well, I still have my Gus mask up. Oh wait, I forgot it fell over because my sister slammed her Warrior last night.
Oh.
Okay.
We don't have a Christmas tree over here for us. We put tinsel around a plant.
Oh yeah.
That works. Let's put tinsel around a cactus, so I feel that.
Yeah. We would have, but we've still just sorting everything out in terms of the move.
Oh yeah, how did the move go?
Not too bad. As you can expect, it's difficult going from England to Spain, but overall, it's really good. I just wish I had my setup a lot more sorted out.
Yeah, I mean, I bet like moving. I don't know, like, because I'm just stuck here, and so therefore my setup is just constant. But I can imagine just moving all of that and trying to get it right again for the new location would be a real pain in the butt.
The interesting thing is I've heard now that we've had, of course, I've moved, and then I've heard Arnold's moved, and now the King of Lame's moving.
Yeah. I think
It's
King
like
of
a whole
Lame
chain
and Arnold
reaction.
moved on the same day too.
I mean, I came home. Does that count?
Yeah, everyone's moving but me. Hey, speaking of Arnold, he's in the chat.
Hey!
Arnold!
And King of
Hey!
Flame.
Yeah, King of Lame.
Oh, everyone going.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Everybody's here.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to
And my
get
cat.
everything back to somewhat looking like how it normally does. Okay, so I think I have the guest cast scene officially set up the way it will be. Hooray!
Oh.
That's why I wanted to do the call like 10 minutes early, but Aaron was stuck
Sorry.
in traffic. No,
Yeah,
that's
that
fine.
was a nightmare. It's a 5-minute drive, and it took me half an hour to get home.
Oh, that's gross.
At least you can drive. I still haven't been able to yet.
Oh. Oh, isn't England on the opposite side of the road for most of Europe?
Yes, except now I'm on the other side, so I'm technically on the right-hand side of the car when I'm in the passenger seat.
Wait. Oh, yeah. Okay, so right side of the car is the passenger seat for you now? Okay, so you're the same as us.
Yeah, yeah, I'm getting used to your side then before I head over there at some point.
Yeah, that'd be cool. My mom's boyfriend, whenever he goes back to England, he always gets confused. And, like, he uses American terminology when he goes back. He's like, hey, where's the gas station? And his dad and brother were like, don't you mean the petrol station? And he was like, oh, yeah.
That's fine. For like most of my childhood, everyone thought I was American because of the way I was speaking. I was like, no, I'm from England. I can assure you on that.
Oh, that's weird, because I've had the opposite with me, because I found out, like, sophomore year in high school, all the stuff I've been watching is, like, English, like Doctor Who, Harry Potter, James Bond. And then my mom's boyfriend just happened to be British as well, so then that's when my accent really caught on during high school, and people were like, where are you from? I'm like, I'm from here, never moved.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so now it just really comes out when I'm angry, I've noticed. I don't know why. If I get really pissed, all of a sudden an English accent breaks out. I'm like, where am I?
What are you saying? Are you saying English people always get angry?
No, I don't know.
Are you channeling Gavin?
No. I think
You
I'm
what?
channeling Alan more than anything. I don't know. I just like, I don't know. It just comes off the tongue. I just really like how the accent feels. So.
I can't fight you. When I get really angry, I start talking in Spanish. My Spanish vocabulary has dwindled, so I'll forget the word. So it's like long pause.
Well, you know more Spanish than I do currently.
Yeah. Oh yeah. start learning or start getting lost, I guess, for you.
I only know the numbers.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's about the same for me.
Well, Spain Spanish is different. That's Castellano, and that's like a whole other bracket of posh.
You lost me at Castellano.
You lost me at different. Just kidding. Wait. So Spain Spanish, I thought it was just like the accents were different, or some of the wording was different.
It's different because in school you're taught the version of Spanish, which is called Castellano, which is like the official posh upper class Royal Spain Spanish. And then everyone else has their own little version of it. Like Puerto Rican Spanish is more Spanglish than anything.
Oh, okay. So like across like Latin America, it's a little different wherever you go.
That and in Spain, or at least in Barcelona, they use a th sound for a lot of it, so it's like Barcelona.
Ah, that makes sense.
I'm gonna love it when we get like a Spanish character in RWBY, because then I can just easily make a connection.
That'd be awesome.
So saying that, we've had some characters introduced from, I guess, the jungle.
The jungle. Are we talking
In terms
about...
of Gira.
Oh yeah.
True, he is kind of like a panther.
Yeah.
Well, he is based on Bagheera, so it makes sense.
True.
Bagheera. What's...
And I love that because, of course, if he's Bagheera, then that makes a stronger connection between him and Sienna Khan.
True.
Wait. Okay, I'm a little lost in all this. Can you guys explain this for me and whoever else is watching it that's confused?
Okay, so Bagheera is from the Jungle Book. He's a respected panther figure in terms of the jungle.
He raised what's his face?
Mowgli.
Yeah, Mowgli.
Yeah, and the villain is Shere Khan, who's the most feared.
Yeah, the tiger. Okay, I get the connection now. The Jungle Book, I saw like 3 times when I was like 5, and 15 years.
It's not the Disney
the
film I go
Jungle
back to. You haven't? No.
I didn't see any Disney movies till I was like 14.
Oh man.
Seriously?
Well, except Mulan.
Like, we have to make sure Aaron's old enough to watch these movies. Just kidding.
Dude, seriously though, Hunchback.
Oh yeah. Oh man, that one's dark.
Yeah. That's so good though.
I actually almost bought the live action Jungle Book movie as a Christmas present for my mom today.
Fair enough.
I decided to buy her the Back to the Future trilogy instead.
So what do you guys think about Blake's parents? Because I quite like them already.
I love them.
Yeah, they're pretty awesome. I love her mom a lot. Because her mom
is awesome.
Her mom's
I
fun.
love him.
Yeah.
Can we keep him?
Yeah, I know. People are
we have a pet monkey.
I've noticed there's a thing with Blake liking blonde people, being Yang and Sun, but I think her mom is like a weird chest type thing, because like Gira's chest is kind of exposed, and then like Sun has like a whole unbuttoned shirt with abs and everything.
Can we not go into Blake's mom's kinks, please?
She is a cougar.
I'm not saying it's the kinks. The kinks are a little different. This was just like preference of, I don't know.
I gotta bring it up because of course I've done like RWBY ship name stuff. I love one of the ship names, or 2 of the ship names I've seen now for Carly and Sun. One of them is Stacy's mom.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one. I've seen that one. Erin is losing her mind.
And the other one
I didn't know that was a thing.
And the other one is Mrs. Robinson.
Yeah, I think both of these were like joke ships though. They're like not serious ships. They're just like,
oh yeah,
hey guys, let's make a joke. Here's the ship.
When I was doing my ship name analysis, most of the ships I've seen were mostly like joke ones, or mostly just, okay, these 2 characters, let's give them a name just for shiggles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for like the 1% that does ship these 2 characters.
Yeah.
Like, sure, Penny and Adam never had screen time together, but here's the ship name for them anyways. I don't know. I just had to come up with 2 random characters you never seen each other.
Wonderful world of... actually, trying to think, what was Penny and Adam?
I don't know.
I know that Blake and Pyrrha is Purra.
Oh yeah,
That's a pun.
I still say one of my favorite ship names I discovered was Ren and Neo, which is some goddamn peace and quiet.
Oh, that's
I
beautiful.
do like the one for Yang and Ren though, because that's just Sunnyflower, because it's like sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh man, I mean, ships are so fun in RWBY. I mean, just like the ship names that people come up with, because in other
That's why I did that video. It's something I really love, just the creativity of it all.
yeah, in other fandoms, it's always like character A X character B, or like the two names mished together.
Yeah.
Whereas in RWBY, it's like we actually come up with funny sayings. So
Or
Some
team
that
attacks.
makes people lose their minds when they hear them.
yeah. Hey, Shane Hackett asks, why do you think Qrow doesn't want to touch Raven's mask?
It just freaks him out, I imagine. Just like, why would you wear something that's like one of the most feared entities in the world?
Yeah. Aaron, what do you think?
Well, I feel like it could be one part that, but at the same time, that would also apply to the Grim masks, but he didn't really seem to have a similar reaction to those. So my best guess is that because they were both from the same tribe, there's some like maybe that's passed on to the head of the tribe routinely.
Yeah, I was thinking
Possibly,
either something
So it could
like
be like
that or connected to bad memories.
it's like the symbolism of the tribe that he left behind, all of his responsibility that he left behind. So it's like, nope, 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 nope. Keep that away from me. That
or
is
like
yours
a
now.
dark past that he's escaped.
Maybe it's a Horcrux. He touches it and he has flashbacks.
It's like, oh, Raven in time.
God.
Did not need to see that.
Oh no, it wasn't a kilt.
Oh God, Raven and Taiyang.
It's
That's
like,
my sister.
He's like that. He's like, there was no hurricane at Beacon Academy.
They weren't playing Twister.
Oh. He's like,
Dang.
he's like, I used to think Beacon routinely got hit with earthquakes. Oh no.
Wait, you mean you weren't trying to figure out team attacks?
You weren't sparring? Okay.
Oh god.
All right.
That's
I want to know
still
what
like.
Ty's weapon is.
Well, that's a secret
The
that
weapon
you
is-
get to know.
Let's
I
just
hear
say
it's called Lady
Taiyang
Killer.
with his Tai Wang.
Taiwan. Oh my gosh.
Thank you and good night.
I have one thing to say to that. One
Okay.
thing.
What?
Tai dang.
No, that was from the burn, the epic burn.
Perhaps.
Oh, man, we're
Did
we're
you say
like,
that the burn went off with a bang?
oh.
Good.
I-
No,
or did he
all-
get a burn after the bang? Okay.
No,
let's
no,
hear that.
no, no,
Okay,
no, no,
okay,
no.
we're hitting too much NSFW territory for some people.
no,
I meant an
I guess-
actual explosion.
No, back on track. I love the fact that we've got decent parents, because basically the only bad parent at this point is kind of Raven.
Papa
But
Schnee.
Papa Schneer.
oh yeah, can't forget him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the fact that Gira and Kali are decent people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Totally.
Like,
And-
as soon as Blake was like, yeah, the White Fang did some bad things in Beacon, her dad was like, who do I have to punch to make my daughter feel better?
Yes.
And it's interesting that he wasn't notified, like, by, what was it? Corsac and Fennec?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. It feels like that menagerie is kind of having censored media, so to say, especially when it comes to White Fang.
I also don't
But-
think that they have a communication tower.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, I can't recall if we saw one in any World of Remnant.
Yeah. Oh, they're asking about like Marcus Black. Well, he kind of died, so we can't really say whether
He
he's a
might have-
bad parent or not.
He might have been a very good-hearted assassin.
I feel like if Mercury killed him, then he kind of was not necessarily the best of people.
No.
Yeah.
So I guess with both Marcus and Mrs. Schnee might be both alcoholics.
Well,
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's pretty much canon already that Mrs. Schnee
Mrs. Schnee.
is alcoholic. I mean, that's one weird thing to be seen with Team RWBY is that relatively the whole team but Weiss has a healthy relationship with parents, or at least one parent, and it's just going to be interesting seeing, like, if we do go straight into seeing just Weiss next episode, that we went from an episode of seeing, like, a really happy, healthy relationship with parents to totally manipulative and abusive relationship with parents.
Wouldn't that be a fantastic family dynamic to see before possibly the last episode before Christmas?
Oh, man. I
Like,
mean,
it really... Go ahead. No, like, it's just interesting because when I was streaming earlier, I was watching Volume 1 and Volume 2, and that's always kind of been part of the relationship and the dynamic between Weiss and Blake. It's always been, they both come from very different backgrounds with very manipulative figures in them, but the difference is that Blake has had good parents, she just had a manipulative ex-boyfriend, and then Weiss just had a manipulative father. And so she makes it very clear, like, her father straight up caused her unhappy childhood, whereas Blake most likely has happy memories of being in the White Fang and with her father.
Yeah.
They both had bad environment dynamics surrounding them, but obviously one is sort of confronting it and the other has been sort of swallowed by it.
Yeah, and I guess you could say that Weiss and Blake's experiences have been very black and white. Is that Tacoma?
Yeah.
Tacoma.
If you weren't going to say it, I would.
What?
If he wasn't going to say it, I was.
Yeah, that was one part, dear Lord, and one part my cat is causing trouble, and I'm trying to be...
I love your cat. He was awesome. He was very hard to hold still to pet. I'm sorry.
She was eating my headphones. Oh, don't be a bitch. Really?
I'm changing your species to a dog now.
That's gonna be the quote of this podcast. Don't be a bitch.
80% of the stream was me yelling at one of my cats. It was just like, 11, if you eat this fabric, I'll personally send you back to the pound. That was one of them.
Oh my. Yeah, it's like, well, good luck on having someone to keep you friendly at college if I'm at the pound.
Wrong cat, but yes.
Wrong cat? Wait.
Treat it right or you get the White Fang on your ass.
Wait, are you talking about 11 or Tacoma?
11. 11's a piece of shit.
Oh, I haven't met 11. Okay.
It's because you named me after a number.
We named her after the character in Stranger Things who, granted, was named after a number.
Yeah. I mean, really, we don't know. Well, she did technically have a name, just no one knew it or called her by it. And then it's like, hey, she has a tattoo on her wrist. It's 11. Let's just call her 11 instead of giving her an actual name.
L. We call the cat L, but
Oh, okay.
like tag says 11.
Oh man.
So RWBY.
Yeah, RWBY. Do you think that Faunus keep pets?
We don't know. The only pet we've seen is Y.
Yeah, but it's like, do you think that Blake or like a Faunus that's like Blake would have a pet cat?
Maybe, but there might be a sort of like awkwardness to it, wouldn't there?
Yeah, that's why I'm asking about it. Is like, do you think it's just like they're too closely related to be like, I'm gonna own you, sort of, and then them also being oppressed
like having
people?
a pet monkey.
What?
Well, I feel like the equivalent of like a human having like a pet monkey, if that makes sense, sort of.
Michael Jackson had a
like-
monkey.
But also, just saying that, all I could think of was like 2 a.m. the night after finals, Blake has a pet cat and just stares at the cat and goes, "Are you the cat? Or am I the cat?"
The cat talks back. It's like,
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
Oh, no. I just imagine like Weiss maybe have like talked to the cat saying, "Blake, why aren't you listening to me? This is so rude." And then you just see Blake walk past. It's like, why are you talking to the cat?
She's like, wow, that is just much. Mistake me for a cat.
It's like the that Chibi skit with the clone.
Okay, but like I had this question before, and I don't remember if I asked on VYTALCast. In the
Okay.
world of Remnant, would furries be cultural appropriators?
Oh yeah, we did talk about this. I think yeah. I mean, it's either that or like people have to be kink shamed, which that kind of happens here anyways. But
Because at the same time, like being part of like Menagerie does have its own unique culture, so like Faunus do have their own culture, but at the same time, like I feel like it would be the equivalent of like trying to wear someone else's race as a Halloween costume.
yeah, you
But
walk into
then
Menagerie
again-
wearing a fake tail. See how well that goes.
I think this whole thing. I think this whole thing kind of goes into like the same kind of dynamic of like, would you wear clothes made from an animal similar to you, or would you eat a certain food that is like typical of your race,
Yeah.
like Blake with tuna?
Hey, slightly
He does like tuna a lot.
off topic, but still about Faunus. Andrew is asking, what are your thoughts on the fandom's Dragon Faunus OC? I haven't seen this, but have either of you?
That's a
seen this?
thing.
Apparently, someone made like a OC of a Dragon Faunus, or like an idea of what a Dragon Faunus would look like.
I mean, we've now heard about lizard faunuses being a thing, so
Maybe Dragon's
Maybe?
not too far fetched.
mm,
Maybe you know how like in real life there's been like a few humans born with tails. The tails are like completely useless and just kind of weird.
mm.
Maybe it's like that for Faunus. Like a lizard
I-
Faunus
I-
has like wings and it's just like completely useless wings, but he was born with it.
I'd
Maybe
imagine
he's
if
born with
there's
it.
any kind
Maybe
of
it's Maybelline,
Oh, Aaron!
or maybe it's Menagerie rather.
Oh.
God damn it, Aaron! I don't know. If there's any kind of mythical based faunus, I would probably imagine them having like a mythical role, like a sage sort of thing in like the story down the line.
yeah.
But
And,
I don't
like-
know. I mean, it's still open doors.
well, what's funny is the humans that I mentioned here in real life that have been born with tails. There's actually like a whole religion that like worships those type of people as a god, and like there just happen to be a baby born with the same type of tail, and they're like, it's them reincarnated, and so it could be very much a similar thing with a dragon faunus, so to say, in Menagerie.
That just makes me think of at what age do you activate your semblance? Because I can just imagine like a kid parents freaking out when their kids like set on fire, but it's actually their semblance.
Yeah. Huh.
Sorry, Mom. Like I didn't break the thing on purpose. My semblance is just to cause trouble. Sorry. It wasn't me, Mom. It was the semblance.
Ruby, you pick up all these rose petals right now.
Okay,
They
honestly,
never
like, does
told
she
me
just
about
leave
this in
them
health
there? Do they-
class.
I reckon they're biodegradable.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine, like, you know how, like,
If you
we have
think
health
you could open up a
class
tea shop.
with...
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. But, like...
No, I'm serious. Like she could make Uncle Iroh proud. She could straight up just be like run around in circles, roast tea.
She'd be,
If
like,
it's made
the best
by
survivor.
Carly, then Sun's gonna approve it.
Oh, true. Son does love tea.
I love the animation with his tail for that, by the way.
I love that he just decides to use his tail for anything.
I love the whole animations now that we're getting for all the animal parts. With the cat ears, it's
Oh,
absolutely
man.
amazing.
The cat ears are, like, my new favorite character in the show.
There was that one shot where like you see all the belladonnas looking at Sun with different reactions, and I love Carly's because it's just
Like,
ears are up and she's like,
yeah. And then, like,
Who is-
Blake's are, like, down, like, no.
I have that saved as like a potential profile picture because it's just like
Aaron?
that's literally
Oh.
her face.
Okay, you went, like, dead silent, and I thought, like, my audio broke or something. I'm like, oh, crap, are we not... Okay.
very silent cat.
Because I could usually hear ambient noise, and all of a sudden, like, there's no noise. I'm like, did she mute
The one
herself?
on Faunus again, I love that the sort of cunning and sort of cryptic pair of the Albane twins are foxes. That's just a perfect animal for them.
I love that one of them is named Fennec. It makes me really happy.
That both of them are named after different types of foxes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I love
forget
that Corsac is voiced by the guy who's currently Jason
Jason who?
from the Friday the 13th movies.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa. You see, I don't know my
Well,
stuff.
isn't
Derek
Oscar
Mears.
also Oscar also voiced by the guy who plays Alphonse in FMA?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. People were telling me that in the comments of my reaction. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I know I'm an FMA fan, but I'm more familiar with the manga than the anime.
I need Oscar and Qrow to have a conversation.
Yes. No, we've had Vic as Ed. We've had Roy Mustang. We've had with Travis. We've had Laura Bailey. We've had Aaron Dismuke now. Who else have we had from Full Metal Alchemist, if anyone?
Well, yeah,
Mike McFarlane just now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Andrew is asking us, like, why do we think Blake's clothing style is unlike anyone else wears a menagerie? Well, she didn't live in menagerie, so I'd say her clothing style didn't
She
represent
did.
where she'd stay. She kind of did.
It works for her because it's sort of like stealth practical, but it's something completely different from her other look, which kind of like avoids people knowing about her. Like she obviously doesn't want to be followed by the White Fang. They'll be looking for her in a similar clothes. Completely contrast.
And part of it is with her new design, she does have a similar trench coat to how Adam does. So it's that contrast between her and Adam. It's that whole
Black and
debate, and
white.
that's why the promo for Yang, she has a trench coat, or at least the two tails herself, because she has a bone to pick with both of them.
Ooh. I like how you really go into this.
That's the thing I wanted to bring in this.
It's because I've been planning out their cosplays. I
Do it
spent
better
1
than
hour
me.
today figuring out how Weiss's stupid dress worked, okay?
Wait, it took you 1 hour?
Yeah, because her elegant, like, full gown for what we're assuming is, like, this charity concert, it doesn't have seams. And I don't have a little ribbon I can hide it behind, so I have to cut it as one piece.
Oh, no.
Ouch.
I'm pretty sure I started crying on stream.
Oh. I'll have to go back and check.
Oh no.
I'll send you, like, a snap being like, hey, look,
You do awesome cosplays.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like that compares with that. Also, I think it makes sense for her not to have too much menagerie influence because she grew up there as a child, yeah. But she's known Adam for a long time, and so she probably was with Adam in menagerie for a period. But trying to blend in, even if you hadn't visited menagerie, menagerie's not a kingdom, but each kingdom region has its own kind of sense of clothing style. So if she was trying to blend in with Vale, it would make more sense for her to be like, oh, look at me, I'm from Vale and completely human. I don't like fish.
I'm wearing a bow. But, I think it would be pretty hard for her to hide in menagerie since her dad seems to be, like, royalty there, the leader. He dressed kind of like a king, and he was wearing purple, which is, like, the color of royalty. So...
And it makes sense because she's always kept that purple as well.
Yeah.
So like she's not ashamed of her father at all. Her father was the peaceful head of the White Fang. So she was like, I am in essence like I don't know how to word today.
Which again I imagine made it extra hard for her to want to leave the White Fang as well, on top of the whole thing with Adam. Like this has been a part of her life, her family for God knows how long. And that's another kicker to why she may have had a hard time deciding until the train scene to leave.
Do you think she was originally heiress to the White Fang? And that could have been kind of why... I mean, I just thought of that because of the scene when she's introduced, and she's like, it's heiress, actually. Which she's talking about Weiss, because they're like, oh, sorry, princess, da-da-da-da. And she's like, oh, it's heiress, actually, because...
It's heiress,
maybe because...
Oh, gosh, dang it, Aaron!
In that flashback, with when she was talking about it to Sun, she was a kid at that time. So I imagine Gira didn't want to impose the heiress title onto her at that time, especially with focusing on the White Fang as a whole.
I feel like she wasn't so much the heiress, but like I feel like it wasn't passed down necessarily through lineage, but rather it was like who was the top leading commander. Like you work your way to the top point. So Gira worked his way there, and it may have been that the Belladonna family just continually worked their way up there. So since she was in the family from the very beginning, since she was in the protests and every boycott, she was probably on her way to most likely take over eventually. But I don't think it was like ever guaranteed to her.
Yeah,
Nah.
that makes sense.
So it could have been like,
especially since
low
her
key, this
father
is gonna
stepped
be-
down.
yeah, well, yeah, I still feel like that was under suspicious circumstances. Looking at you, Sienna.
That's a question. What do you guys think about this Ilya character?
You know, I really wonder if she was like a friend of Blake's when they were in the White Fang together. Whether she was kind of like a sister figure for Blake or not, I don't know. Or maybe it's an older lady. We don't really know her age, so it's hard to assume anything about her.
I feel like Sister Ilya is probably around the same age as Blake, and like maybe they train together, because I have a feeling like if there's a lot of kids around the same age and like all their parents hold major parts in the White Fang, they're gonna want to be like, okay, you need to know how to defend yourselves, you need to know how to like stand up for your species, so like we're gonna give you training light. So it's like you're not actually in danger, but here's how to handle these situations. So like they could have been essentially classmates and thus really good friends. And when they were partnered off, kind of like they partnered off in Beacon, where instead of going in teams of 4, they went off in teams of 2, and it was Adam and Blake and not Ilya and Blake, which they may have preferred.
True. And Blake did mention in Volume 1, or was it Volume 2, that she lived in the wild, and that's where she kind of learned how to fight. And
Volume 2.
They did mention the desert being full of dangerous wildlife that is not seen in the rest of the world of Remnant. So
I
it
grew
could
up
be
outside the
possible.
kingdoms. Can't fight, you can't survive.
Yeah. So, gosh, Aaron.
I was watching it like 2 hours ago.
No,
Okay?
I know, but you could like do spot on impersonations of it, and it's just really cool. But it's also like, how could she do this? I don't know. Did she like steal Aaron Zek's voice box somehow when they met?
Dude, she can do opera, I wish.
Hey, I do a me Neo.
Oh my gosh, that is so good. Aaron is like dying now.
It wasn't that good of a joke.
I haven't heard it before, so I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was pretty original. Crap, what was I saying? I was saying something about Blake, I think. And then Aaron distracted me with impersonations.
Outside the kingdom, there were certain kinds of animals, specifically Grimm, who lived in Menagerie in the desert portion that were not seen anywhere else in the world.
Oh yeah. So she probably had to live in the desert at some point or something. I don't know.
And if we look back on the opening with that scene with Blake and Adam, it did look like it was in a desert. So
That would
we
be
could be
perfect
going in
place
there
to
soon.
hide out.
Yeah. Do you think
If everyone thinks that's an uninhabitable.
Yeah. Do you think there's possibly that's possibly where Salem is hiding out?
No.
No.
But everyone's banking on Dragon Island.
True. Dragon Island does look pretty cool. I do want to throw a Pokeball at it.
I don't know. I'm not.
It
I
looks
don't
so much
trust.
like Charizard. Okay.
I don't trust the Alolan jellyfish on there.
I still haven't played Pokemon Sun.
My DS is over there. I've been playing on it, waiting for this. I am loving it. Get into it.
Like, I have the game. I've been trying to finish. I'm finishing out my 3rd playthrough of Fire Emblem Fates, so I want to finish the 3rd one. But I'm one of those people who wants them to all have S support, so I'm waiting for them to all reach like S and A, and I'm sitting here like, I just want to play Pokemon. I just want to play Pokemon. Meanwhile,
That's fine. I bought a Sun copy, but it took ages to get here, so I drove an hour to buy a Spanish copy of Pokemon Moon.
Oh wow.
I can't blame you.
I have yet to like buy mine. I've been wanting to. Hey, Andrew is asking if Dan could do a quote from any RWBY character, like in their voice,
Whoa.
maybe.
I have to think of one.
All right, we'll try to give you a little bit of time on that.
Yeah, you two talk. I need to think of a good one.
Andrew, I think also asked, do you think Adam deserves redemption? And I'm kind of on the boat of saying I don't think he wants it, and also kind of screw you, Adam. You could die in a hole.
I want Adam to get the Game of Thrones treatment.
Yes. Yes. Okay, which season?
Like, I honestly, Yang could pour molten gold down his throat, and I would be like, not good enough.
Not
Not
good
good
enough.
Running away again? Is that what you become, my love? A coward?
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not running.
Okay, guys.
Oh, God.
I guess I'll play Passed Out Yang.
After you did New, I always still tend to be like, hey guys, look, I can do Pura.
Hello, my darling.
Oh.
I could use my Britishness so well for that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I kind of get like a weird. Aaron and I just get like weird reflexes from like Adam stuff where it's just like, he creeps us out too much. Nope. Back the Adam away.
All I want is you, Blake.
Oh, gosh.
As I actually go across the place and seek the justice mankind so greatly deserves.
Aaron is like noping out. She
destroy everything you love.
Oh.
Starting with her.
I once met a guy who talked exactly like Adam, and like he was actually being really creepy. I just kind of sat there like,
nope.
Ruby prepared me for this.
No man.
Nope.
Though back on that question about Adam seeking redemption, I imagine he's only gonna seek some sort of redemption at the end of someone's sword. I imagine like Blake finally killing Adam, and then as he's dying, he's like, "Well done."
Yeah.
At the same time, I feel like that's not really in his character, because like if all of them like were gonna be like at the end of somebody's gun, like ready to be killed, I think Roman would be the one who'd be like, I made a mistake, I can totally be a good guy and join your team. I feel like Adam will just be like, all right, I'm dying for what I believe in, like go ahead, make me a martyr.
Yeah.
Mm.
Aaron, Adam believes in his cause. I almost said Aaron. But you were talking.
I'm hurt.
No, you were talking, and I was like thinking about what you were saying. So my mind was still like thinking about Aaron, but I was about to talk about Adam, and they just meshed. I'm sorry, Aaron. You're nothing like Adam. Okay, you are a beautiful Kira. Okay, you're nothing like that Adam jerk. Okay, everything's good now.
Continue with your train of thought.
Where was it before I lost it? It got derailed. So with Adam, I think, he believes too much in his cause. And if anything, if he's going to be caught in a corner, I think he's just going to, like, kamikaze, really. Just try to take them out with him or just kind of forcefully get himself killed.
If he had hesitated at any point when it comes to hurting Blake physically, not just emotionally, maybe he could be redeemed, but the fact that he didn't have any kind of shake in his fortitude at all
means that cut off her head. I mean, gosh.
I love that. Ever since that moment, I've watched so many reactions and seeing all the people just like have a near freak heart attack.
I was recording reactions back then, but I wasn't posting them, and I distinctly remember watching that and immediately being like,
yeah, that episode had me jump like twice. It was like that scene. It was like, oh my gosh, jumping out of my seat. Did Yang just lose an arm? Oh no.
See, I didn't realize
Blake's
that happened.
dead. No. Oh, okay, she's alive.
I didn't put it together that Yang lost her arm until we actually see her falling, like until we see her like bandaged. Because like I had just seen the blade, and I was like, oh god, this is just a throwback to the trailer. And then she was on the ground, so I assumed she was just unconscious. And then later you see her bleeding nub, and I was like, oh.
That's sad.
On Yang, did anyone else think it was weird that the Fox twins are involved with Blake's arc? Because I thought most of it was going to be those two involved with Yang because of the opening.
Possibly, but I feel like that scene with Yang was mostly just a transition that she's still dealing with PTSD from Adam, and thus under Adam were his Fox underlings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it went from Yang, Adam, Fox people. So I kind of just was like, oh, those are White Fang grunts. But
yeah, because of that now I think that Yang's not going to have any kind of opponent until maybe the end of the volume.
I think her opponent so far has been like herself and moving forward.
Yeah,
which makes sense.
Ooh, with what I just said, kind of made a weird click of Yang just has to keep moving forward. Like that's kind of like.
Actually, I thought the opening lyrics were "Let's just move" instead of "Let's just live." So it was like "Let's just move" as in "Let's just keep moving forward." And I was like, okay.
Both are good. Both are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. I'm just having Monty feels right now.
I feel you.
So,
Yeah.
I don't know if I've said this before on VYTALCast, but I have like a private playlist on my YouTube channel where it's called Inspiration, and I just have like 2 videos on it right now, and one's the first one is tribute to Monty, which is what they made like a day or 2 after they announced his death, because I don't know, that had like Monty's best moments in quotes and like who he was as a person, his work ethic, and he was always kind of a role model to me, even though I don't dream of going into animation because I can't even draw a stick figure to save my life. But like his work ethic and
Same.
all of that, I find it very inspirational, and it just hits me right in the feels every time I watch it, and it gets me moving, like it gets me to start working. So just whenever I'm in a rut and like I can't work, I'm watching this video to hurt my feels.
I owe Monty big time because when I was first like starting, what was it, my volume 2 reviews, Monty sent out a tweet about my reviews saying that he loved them, and he said that my voice is fitting for doing the narrating on Discovery Channel. And I was
that's
like,
awesome.
Dude, when I saw that tweet, I lost my mind. And I'm forever thankful for that message and the attention it brought me, because such a great person to hear it from.
Yeah. So, Aaron, were you gonna say something?
Nope.
Okay. Well, we're almost an hour in, which is usually where we try to wrap things up. So, any last thoughts for the podcast?
Well, what do you guys think? What do you guys think we're going to be seeing in the next episode?
Definitely.
I think we're going to be going back to Weiss.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a father-daughter conflict, and maybe because it's a mid-season episode, we'll see Tyrion catching up with Ranger.
I think first half is probably going to be with Weiss, and maybe see Whitley and Winter. I wouldn't mind that. And then we'll end with a big climactic, and that probably make us go, why the hell are you guys probably going to delay until the end of Christmas?
I have a feeling that
I'm hoping it's not Ruby's Eye. I'm hoping it's not.
No.
What I'm thinking is that they may just give us a really, really big tease and do the thing that a lot of shows do for mid-season finales, and like have most of the episode be Weiss and like the Shneek concert, the setup for that and the lead up for that, and then maybe seeing so much as like a glimmer of a White Fang mask in an audience. And then changing to Team Ranger and just Tyrion, like just a slow pan, and you see the back of Tyrion's boot facing right against them.
I hope the waitress is okay. She's a cute one.
Oh man, I fear for that poor waitress.
I'm hoping she's
She
okay.
gave Qrow top.
What?
She Qrow top shelf.
I don't really understand the slang, but yeah.
Top shelf is where the best drinks.
Oh, okay, all right. See, I don't drink, so I don't know these things.
Neither do I.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good.
I feel like they're.
You go.
No, I have the horrible feeling that there could be an assassination attempt on Weiss in this episode that's coming up. So.
Yeesh. You know.
I hope if that does happen, that it's after Weiss has a big "fuck you, dad" moment.
Yeah.
I feel like I mean, music has clearly always been an outlet for her with Mirror Mirror and Mirror, just especially Mirror Mirror, and even It's My Turn. Like she has all of these themes, and then for her to give a performance, like she'll go according to plan, and then she probably has one that's specifically about the fall of Beacon, that even is possibly specifically about everyone that they lost, Penny and Pyrrha. Yeah. And also something that's kind of like a backhand to her father, and like it's something small enough that the crowd won't really notice, but it's enough that he will be like, Weiss Elizabeth Schnee.
And we've had plenty of those kind of songs in the past, so I imagine Jeff and Co would do amazing with that kind of track.
Oh yeah, that would be amazing. I'm just kind of thinking of the Live and Let Die music video. Have you guys? It's very old, 80s old.
Is that Guns N' Roses?
No, Live and Let Die. I can't remember the artist, but it was made for the James Bond movie Live and Let Die. But they had a separate music video from the movie, and at the very end, Baron Samedi, the villain from James Bond, does an assassination attempt on the singer while he's playing the piano, and he like jumps away from his piano, and the piano blows up, and it was like all cool 70s or 80s style. Anyway,
Someone mentioned in the chat. Someone mentioned in the chat like Weiss singing, and then like that music becomes the background in the fight. Like I would not be surprised if that happened.
Oh, that would be really.
That's
cool.
something that they've always done. That was essentially how the White trailer worked. That was the intro of Weiss singing, and then as soon as like, bam, and that would be perfect.
And imagine if that is the moment where she finally summons the knight.
Oh,
it's like a good parallel to the White trailer.
That would be so amazing. What if her dad like totally like forget everything she sang about that was terrible about him just because she summoned the knight? He's like, my daughter! Oh wait, she totally just shit on me in front of an audience.
But at the same time, didn't he send the knight after her? I think someone told me that. Like,
according to the manga.
But it might.
So it could be like,
But it might be like a Schnee family thing to like get training for that semblance to summon the fallen enemy. So they send a strong enemy to kind of be like their go-to summoner or like their protector.
Well, we don't know if Jacques was married into the Schnees or not, so we don't know how his stance is and all that.
True.
I think he married in. I feel like their mom is like the long-standing Schnee, and considering that Weiss is the heiress, I have a feeling that Jacques would not be overwhelmingly fond of his daughter being out in combat and risking her life. So I feel like he's kind of banking on Whitley. That could be part of his, sister, like his coy attitude, because Weiss is the heiress, but let's all be honest here, like my dumb little sister seemed to get herself killed and I'm taking over the company.
That always just sexist.
Yeah, pretty much.
Looking at Papa Schnee is essentially just at any given moment just.
It's like patriarchy. All right, I think
Weiss's song is just her setting fire to a microphone that says patriarchy on it.
All right, well, I need to like wrap this up because I gotta go.
Same actually.
So
I need to sleep. It's 2:30.
Dude.
Yeah.
Go to bed.
Yeah. No, guys, please give Dan all your love on his YouTube channel or on Twitter because.
Give these guys much love as well. These guys are awesome. VYTALCast is one of my favorite things to watch. Thank you guys so much for this.
Thank you. I mean,
thank you for having me on.
For a few weeks, we've been like trying to get you on. Like, I'm like, I want ThatKaitoDan on the show, but then you were like moving. I'm like, gosh, dang it. So
we finally have a face for a name.
I'll be happy to come back at any other time.
Awesome. We'd love to have you on again some other time. I'm still trying to figure out like a guest schedule and all that, but
I'm trying to make it on time.
Yes, please do, Aaron. All right, guys, thank you for watching. We'll see you guys next week.
Peace out.